So good afternoon, everybody. I think it's a difficult hour, so I will try to be dynamic and short. So I'm gonna try to make a feedback of 10 years of teaching LPWAN technology. So I begin, it's in an IoT course, but I use a lot of LPWAN technologies during these different courses. So I will make a feedback on the 10 years and share some, what knowledge of these 10 years teaching IoT. So first, I'm going to present shortly my university, Sorbonne University. So it's a little university in Paris. But so we are a big university, but and we do a lot of different topics. But we have also electronics and embedded systems. So, and I teach more precisely in an engineer school. It's called Polytech Sorbonne. And it's a network of 15 schools in French. Engineering school is something special French, I think, but that is the network. So then, shortly, I'm going to just explain what I'm doing at Polytech Sorbonne, that is the engineering school in Sorbonne University. So I am a lecturer since 20 years in Sorbonne University at Polytech Sorbonne, and in the Department of Computer Science and Embedded Systems and also electronics. So we do a lot of things around these three topics. And I give a course since more than 20 years in chip design, and also in embedded system, microcontroller, RTOS, etc. And since 2015, I begin a course about IoT, where I do Wi-Fi, BLE, some TCP/IP protocols, and also since 2016, LPWAN technologies. And also, I do a lot of projects with my students, embedded system projects, connected objects, and also industrial projects. And more and more, all the projects are around IoT. I will show you later. So my first experience with IoT, it was in 2014. I have my head manager. He asked me, Yann, can you begin a course about Internet of Things? It was the buzzword at this moment in 2014. But I was not experienced totally in Internet of Things. I have experience in microcontrollers, but I never have a lot of experience with connect things to Internet. So a couple of years later, there was a hackathon. I don't know if you know hackathon, but I inscribed myself in a hackathon organized by GDF Suez and Salesforce. And it was to invent the smart energy of today and tomorrow. And I came there with an idea. I had a very old electricity counter at my school. We buy it. And the goal of this hackathon was to connect this very old one counter to internet with a BLE and a Raspberry Pi. And there it was in a famous French school, it's a computer school. And I make a team with students. And during this hackathon, I learned a lot during the 84 hours. And that was the only photo I found of the project. But it's an old video I take on YouTube. So that is the result. We connect a very old electricity counter. And that was my first knowledge, skills about Internet of Things. So the next year, I begin a course about how to connect BLE sensors, Bluetooth low energy sensor with a Raspberry Pi to the cloud. So that was my first courses and also project, but because you will see later in all my courses, most of the time I do a project at the end. Then in 2015, I discovered the ESP8266, I think a famous chip for makers, very cheap and very easy to use. And I begin some new project about how to connect things through Wi-Fi with the REST, HTTP REST or MQTT protocols to the cloud. And we used also Node-RED for the cloud. And we used Mosquito, extra some tools that I think some of you already knows. And then in 2016, I discovered the LPWAN technology. So I begin to discover the Sigfox technology because there was near my university a demonstration on a plant that was tweeting to internet if it's missing water or something else. And then, so that was one of the first projects I did with my students. It was a nice result. It was called Plant Sigfox and was monitoring plants, as you can see, with a nice showcasing. And that was the beginning of my LP1 course. So after that, I have here, after a couple of years, a perfect course schedule. For me, is not too much lectures. So I do the lecture more about the wireless technologies and the different also protocols. I have colleagues of me who is doing more the cloud part with the REST API database, web languages. And then we do 3 labs on getting started labs, on IoT modules, on SDK, also how to measure the energy, the power profile, extra, so some toolings labs. And then we finish with a project that is the hours in class, but they take more lot hours to do the project outside the class. And they have to do a complete project with LP1, with one of the interesting and exciting use case of LP1. So during this project, that was the most skills that and the most knowledge was during this project. And the project was with several steps. So first steps was to create the prototype with, on a breadboard. Then they have to create a PCB, but an easy one, because we don't have a lot of time. And they create also a box of the shell, or they create a 3D printed box. And they have to also to pull in the cables. And then most of the project, we have a time to test on the field, because on the field we see a lot of problems, and then have some feedback and some how to make it better. And here, since 2017, also all the project, the result of my project of my students is going on a Hackster or on GitHub. So if you go on Hackster, if you know this site, if you put Polytech, you will see hundreds of projects of my students, because I asked them to make an article on Hackster. So we can see here I take some photos of different projects. That was one of the first one for a pet tracker. Also we had a lot of monitorings, plants monitorings, but also earthquake monitoring. We have also, here we can see a plant monitoring. That was one of the first subjects. Also air quality monitoring with inside solar panels to research. That was geolocalization without GPS, so with Wi-Fi sniffing project. That was also air quality, and also that was weight scale, connected weight scale with LP1, and that was monitoring the river to take on the bridge. And also, sorry, I go a little bit. So we can see we made more than 100 projects with my students. And also we have one big project, because since 2017 I am a hobby, it's beekeeping. So since 2012 we begin to monitor beehives in a beekeeping school, where I learned to be a beekeeper. And it was a very exciting project. The students like it because, we work also outside and with real use case. And then we acquired 10 beehives on our university site, and we monitor most of the beehives on a platform. It's not our platform, it's an open source platform. I discovered this platform here on this stage with the BEEP. Is a Netherlands project, European project, on how to follow the beehives states. I don't talk more about it. And here we can see some picture that is the beehives that we have acquired at the university. And we go there with the students. We put, you can see, the monitoring system on the beehives with the students. We can see here a more defined pictures. And all group of 4 or 5 students have to make a prototype like this. And they measure the weight of the beehives and also the temperature, humidity outside, inside, also the sound. They analyze the sound. So we do, since also a couple of years, some tiny ML to analyze the sounds of the bees. We use also some tools that are here in the TTC conference. And then we have some dashboards on the bee platform to see all the data, and we can follow here you can see the honey weight, the weight of the beehives that was in June. So it was a lot of honey, and we can see the temperature, the humidity, the temperature outside, etc. And since a couple of years, we can monitor all the beehives with the student project. And so the students are very happy with this. Here, just to shortly to ask what kind of modules I use during my courses. So for LPWAN, I use the Grove Lower E5 from Seed Studio. And also the Arduino Maker 1 depends on the project. And also because I do most of the project on LPWAN, but also Sigfox. And for Sigfox, before I was using the MakerFox, but now they don't make it, so I use most the whistle breakout. But I see not so long ago that this one is also what the chip on this is also supporting Sigfox and LPWAN. But I never, for the moment, to test the two protocols on the same chip. Also, I discovered some great people during my journey in the IoT. One is Paul Pinot. I don't know if you know him, but he's also here during this conference. He made also some keynotes, but not this year. And he have a great deck, IoT slide deck. It's a master class, and it's very interesting. I learned a lot of things about his experience and also his blog. He have a blog, this 19.1, and there are a lot of very useful information that I used from this site. He also have a lot of very interesting videos. And that is more about the IoT. And then also I meet Sylvain Montagny. He's also a teacher in the French University in Mont Blanc, near Grenoble. And he also make a lot of very good teaching materials about specifically LoRaWAN. I learned a lot of the LoRaWAN protocol through his course. So he have a Udemy course here, you can see. If you send him a message, he can give you a free access to this course. Last year, he was presenting also here about the same topic. And then, to finish my presentation, the thing is, IoT and LPWAN project is perfect from my point of view for the education, because it's very complex. You see a lot of technologies. You see the hardware size. So with the sensor, you see the SPI, I2C, UART. You can see low power also techniques. You can power your device with solar panels, sorry. And then you have also the networks. So you can see you can learn a lot of things about networks, about also the internet protocols. You learn also a lot about you can do a lot of things about also the cloud skills. So there are a perfect merge between IT and hardware skills. And so it's a complete project where the students can learn a lot, and also we can do a lot of very interesting projects. So I have finished. I don't know if you have some questions.